Hello, everyone. My name is Carter Tolbert, and today I'm going to talk about the three major skills that I'm taking away from this course and how they shape the way I communicate information. Throughout the semester, I've learned not just how to make presentations, but how to make them clear, meaningful, and audience focused. The three skills I'll cover today are data storytelling, effective slide design, and critical analysis and reflection. These are skills that showed up again and again in my projects. I chose these skills because they apply directly to my academic work, my future career in IT and business, and any technical environment I'll be a part of. In today's workplaces, you're not just expected to know information, you're expected to communicate it clearly so others can understand what you know and why it matters. This course helped me understand how to do that. One of the biggest skills I strengthened is effective presentation and visual design. In this class, I learned how to apply principles like visual hierarchy, clean layouts, and reducing clutter. Instead of filling slides with too much text, I learned to create visuals that guide the audience, support comprehension, and shift focus to the speaker. I also learned that accessibility-centered design, like adding alt text, checking reading order, and structuring slides so they make sense when they read by a screen reader. Those additional steps push me to think deeper about inclusive design. Here's an example from a project. This slide shows how I took a population chart and turned it into a message about Southfield's stability and long-term growth. I learned how to guide the audience through the visuals so they understand not only what was happening, but why it mattered for the future of the city. Another key skill I developed is clarity and communication. Throughout the semester, I had to write scripts, create explanations, and summarize complex information to straightforward points. I learned to start with clear purpose, use simple, direct language, organize information logically, avoid filler and unnecessary details. This changed the way I approach presentations. I now think about what the audience needs rather than everything I could possibly say. Here's a redesigned slide I created after learning these principles. I focus on decluttering from unnecessary visuals and focusing on the main point of the slide, which were the ingredients. This change not only improved the look of my slide, but also made the explanation much clearer when I presented it. The third major skill I improved is critical analysis and reflection. This means taking feedback, examining what is working and what's not, and making intentional changes. Instead of just completing assignments, I learned to take a step back and ask, what is my main message? What effect is this choice having? What can I refine? Developing this reflective mindset helped me grow more confident and thoughtful in every revision. For example, after completing an assignment earlier in the semester, I received feedback that my main characters and ideas needed to be foregrounded more. Instead of simply accepting the grade, I analyzed why that mattered. I realized my writing was introducing details too broadly and not focusing the narrative. That reflection pushed me to revise intentionally and improve my later work. Together, these three skills will help me communicate more effectively in academic settings, internships, and my future in IT and business roles. Whether I'm presenting analytics, explaining cybersecurity concepts, or designing a technical report, I'll be able to tell a clear story, design clear visuals, and reflect critically on how to improve my communications. To wrap up, this course didn't just give me random tips about PowerPoint. It helped me develop three connected skills: telling stories with data, designing for accessibility, and critically reflecting on my own work. Together, those skills push me to think less like a student just completing assignments and more like a communicator responsible for an audience. If I keep practicing them in the future, I'll be able to create presentations that are not only accurate, but also clear, inclusive, and thoughtful. Thank you for listening.